Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and surprise, surprise, there is no reveal for Call of Duty 2020 today. There's still a shred of hope that the game will be revealed tomorrow during the PlayStation State of Play event, but in all honesty, it's been so hard to predict this game this year that I'm not really holding my breath. The reason why I want to make this video here today is even though we have no reveal for COD 2020, we do indeed have some incredibly interesting news that came out yesterday, straight from Activision themselves, so I figured I should go ahead and cover that and discuss what this may mean for the future of the Call of Duty franchise. So for those who don't know, yesterday Activision held their second quarter investors call. This is where they announce how much money they're making, how well they're doing, they really talk about how amazing they are as a company, and then they also give out their plans for the future, and then they take questions from their investors. One of the best questions they answered was regarding how they plan to reveal Call of Duty 2020. Basically what they said is the game is being developed by Treyarch and Raven Software. They did not mention Sledgehammer Games whatsoever, which we will be discussing later, and they also heavily teased that Call of Duty 2020 is going to be revealed via Warzone, and COD 2020 is going to be heavily integrated into Warzone itself. As most of you guys know, Season 5 went live today for Modern Warfare, and Infinity Ward revealed a roadmap for Season 5 itself, and later on, as you guys can see, there's going to be some sort of unnamed mid-season event. This could quite possibly be regarding Call of Duty 2020. There is no name for the event, there's a very generic logo for the event, and there's no traditional holiday that we've seen in Call of Duty's past that we can really expect in the future. It's way too late for Days of Summer, and the event itself will likely be taking place in September. So it's entirely possible that this will have something to do with the reveal and the marketing for Black Ops Cold War. Now, before we go any further, I would like to play you guys an excerpt from the Activision investors call. I'll also put a link to the full call down in the description if you guys want to listen to it for yourselves, but I feel as though everyone should take a listen to this because it really does seem to confirm that Warzone is how Call of Duty 2020 is going to be revealed.
Hey, thanks. So we're all waiting with bated breath to hear about what you've got planned for Call of Duty this year. Obviously, this is by far the latest you've gone without showing it to your audience. How should we think about the marketing campaign you've got prepared for this year's Call of Duty? How do you plan to integrate Warzone into the new Call of Duty? And what are you thinking about for pricing for next-gen games right now?
Hey, Doug, it's Rob. Thanks for those questions. Let me try to tackle them one by one. I probably want to just start out by saying first that the success of, we're saying Warzone and Call of Duty Mobile, in addition to, of course, what we've continued to see on our premium games, has created a ton of new opportunities for the franchise. And so starting with marketing, it's definitely had an impact there on how we think about marketing in this new world. As you've seen from our results, right now we have a larger, more engaged and more global audience than we've ever had at any point in time in our history. And that means that we can be more direct and more targeted than we've ever been before. So that's a huge benefit and plus for us as we think about marketing on that vector. Another thing I think that's really important for us as it relates to marketing is from the storytelling perspective, where we can be even more, I think, creative and fun and engaging with our fans than ever before. So if you look at Warzone in particular, it's not only like a great game experience, but it's also a great platform for us to share new franchise news and information directly with our community like we haven't done before. So this is also a big and positive change for us as we think about the business. And kind of to your initial point that you're talking about, why that you were waiting for such a long time. We are and we aren't, but it's Warzone, I think, that's caused us to rethink how, when, and even where we reveal our upcoming titles. So we can't wait to share it with the community, and we think it's going to be very different and more engaging than anything that we've ever done before. Now, as you heard on the call before, Treyarch and Raven are coming up with the next premium game, and obviously very excited on what they're working on, and we do think fans are going to absolutely love it. The game looks incredible right now, and internally people are having a ton of fun playing across its campaign mode as well as the online modes that the developers are very well known for. And so all I can say in terms of timing is I suspect you'll be hearing more about this fairly soon. Now, on your question of how we're going to integrate the new title with Warzone, I think that's a good one and it's an important one. And what you should expect is that we do a very tight integration between the two. Modern Warfare and Warzone are obviously very tightly connected. I think that's really important for the player base. And we plan to do the same with all our upcoming titles as well, our premium titles, to ensure that we can reward all of our players and give them fresh new experiences, regardless of whether they choose to just play in Warzone or also play in the premium game as well. So the connection will absolutely be there. And then finally, I think on your last question was in regards to next-gen pricing. And so what I'll say here is we'll be sharing our plans soon, so I'm not going to share anything today. For now, we're just very excited for the launch of the new generation of hardware. We think it represents another strong leap forward in creating really incredible entertainment and value for our fans as we look forward. Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, guys. Straight from the horse's mouth, it seems like some sort of massive in-game event is going to be teasing the upcoming Black Ops title, sort of similar to how Fortnite likes to announce their upcoming content via in-game events and updates. Now, earlier I mentioned that Sledgehammer Games was not discussed whatsoever by Activision, so let's go ahead and talk about that next. If you guys haven't been keeping up with all the leaks and rumors, the initial story with Call of Duty 2020 was it was going to be set in the Cold War, and it was going to be co-developed by Sledgehammer Games and Raven Software. How the story goes is the two studios had a really hard time working together towards one unified vision, and as a result, the game's development cycle was an absolute mess. This is what prompted Activision to step in and appoint Treyarch as the lead developer, with them presumably moving Sledgehammer and Raven Software to support roles for the remainder of the development cycle. Well, now, after the announcement by Activision, we know that Raven is still around, they're working with Treyarch on the game, but there's no word whatsoever about what Sledgehammer is doing. Well, it was leaked a while ago, some of you guys may remember this, I did do a video covering this. It was leaked a while ago that in 2021, Infinity Ward is set to release a sequel to Modern Warfare 2019, and to coincide with that, Sledgehammer Games is going to release a free-to-play, open-world Call of Duty title. When we first got that leak, it sounded a bit outlandish to me, but I did cover it. Like I said, I covered it in the video. You guys thought it was an interesting concept. But now that we know for a fact that Sledgehammer is out when it comes to COD 2020, suddenly it seems a lot more likely that Sledgehammer Games is churning away on their own free-to-play open-world title right now. When it comes to the idea of a free-to-play open-world Call of Duty title, I can't help but think it may be a bit like Escape from Tarkov. Maybe Call of Duty wants to capitalize on that genre a bit and kind of expand the Call of Duty universe into different genres, but with the game being free to play, supposedly, reportedly, it's really hard to tell what they may have planned for that title, should it ever be released at all. Keep in mind, Sledgehammer Games has kind of a bad track record when it comes to things like this. They were initially working on a third-person Vietnam-themed Call of Duty title years ago before that got scrapped, so it seems like when it comes to Sledgehammer, you never really know what they may be working on or whether or not that work will ever see the light of day. All we know for sure is Call of Duty 2020, which is going to be Black Ops Cold War, is set to release in a couple of months. It's being developed by Treyarch and Raven Software, and we're going to be hearing about the game in the very near future, presumably via some sort of event within Warzone, before we start getting official trailers and announcements and things like that. As always, I will do my best to keep you guys posted with as much news and as many details about the game as humanly possible, but until then, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did, consider leaving the video a like. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.